All right, here we are plugging our flip camera in, and notice how iPhoto pops up. We don't want to put our videos into iPhoto. We want to put them into iMovie, so we close iPhoto, and you select the movies that you want. You'll be able to have checkboxes in the iMovie that you're using, and you import just those movies. Now, when you click the import button, this dialog box pops up, and you want to add it to a new event, and you want to call it whatever your group name is. I'm just making up some kind of random name here. Notice how on the left, so I'm gonna start my project here, start a new project, and I'm gonna name it something. And you can use some of this other stuff, but I recommend you just starting with a blank one for now, just so it's so much easier. All right, that's the dialog box up here. Down here is where you'll find your clips when you click on the event. I'm just going to select a small clip here just to show you how to select it. So once you click on it, you just move those yellow lines in to whichever part. The space bar is very important whenever you're trying to analyze the clip. And then you just drag the clip right up. I'm going to use some other footage that I had of this swim meet. And I'm just going to select any part of it here and just drag it up here just to make my own little movie. Now the other dialog boxes that are important are over here on the right. Now the first box is where you pull in any kind of music. You can pull in something that iTunes has, that iMovie has already, like sound effects, or you could also pull in something from iTunes if you downloaded any kind of songs. So I'm going to pull in just some music here that I found. Now, once that's done, you can play it by hitting the space bar just to and move things over. The little downward triangle, that's where you can do your audio and video adjustments, just in case you want to have a voiceover. And next, I'm going to pull in some pictures. The next dialog box it goes into iPhoto, any kind of pictures that I have. I'm going to pull up this picture from iCamp this past year. And it automatically programs it for 4 seconds. And you can change that also. The next box is where your text is. This is one that I typically like to do. And you can put your title text anywhere in the movie. Just drag it over once again and start typing on it. So I'm going to call this is the tester video, and have fun. Once again, I can go up and move things, make things longer or shorter by just double clicking on those boxes. On the left here, you'll see that's where all the videos are. Keep that in mind. So and then on the right is where the photos and everything else is. These are called transitions. So if you want to have slide transitions, I had it programmed to have a certain type of transition. That's what I usually like to do. But if you want to change it up, you can just drag the transition up. So the next thing we're going to do, all right, so now that you have your movie made, all we're going to do now is kind of share it with the teacher. So how do we share it? We're going to go up, and after you test it out, make sure everything's just the way it is, you click on share, and down comes where you can click on export movie. Once you export the movie, you want to do it as something like medium size, so it's not too big, because this is just for your teacher to see. And you click on the right to see how large it's going to be. hit export, and it starts exporting. You'll notice how the next thing that pops up, that you'll look at the desktop, and on the desktop it's a M4V. That means iTunes file. So that's the way we happen to export it. You could also download it as a .mov file, but make sure you ask your teacher as what kind of file it should be. So now that I have my flip cam already in the computer, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find a file, and I am going to take my movie and just drag it into back on the flip cam and give the flip cam back to my teacher. By doing this, he'll have access to the video that you made, and we didn't even need to have internet access to do all this. Notice how inside the flip camera, when you click on it, you'll see that there's two different types of files inside the DCIM. So when you double click on DCIM, you'll see that, iPhoto just popped up because I had to plug it back in. DCIM, you have the two different types of files. Make sure you pick the miscellaneous and just drag your movie right in there, and then you go ahead and eject your flip camera